Now let me discuss about the key values of edge streaming analytics, including the following points. First is reducing data at the edge, analysis and response at the edge, time sensitivity. These are the three major tasks of the streaming videos or edge streaming concept. Because here in the reducing the data at the edge, if more data, if it comes to the edge, it cannot able to understand which it has to be get executed. So less data has to come and particular data has to come, and then only it is possible to execute the data required for that. The edge computing means at the end, the execution part, it is going to be there, it is going to be to the point that data, if it comes, then it is easy to manage. Analysis and responses at the edge is very important thing, where data are going to be more data is getting collected, but what exactly the required point, required thing to be processed, so that is the analysis is going to be done, and the output is going to be given to the edge sources. Next is the time sensitivity, and this is one of the major concept of edge streaming. All these three together comes with the time only. With the time, the data, if it is going to be given, then everything will be fine. If it is not, problems are going to be more. For example, here the car example only will take. When the car is moving over there, the edge computers are nothing but sensors. They will be going to sense the data and they will be going to send to the edge streaming devices, analytics, where this analysis is going to be, there is not only one point of view that the data is getting collected. A number of different sensors are going to collect this information and it is passed to the layer. So then edge streaming things. So that time the analysis is going to be done and it should be processed to the edge to act on that. And the time is short, and based on that time the data has to get processed. So here already I am given the example for that hump is going to be there. So that hump is going to be there, and hump is around 5 meters distance, and the car is moving at the speed of around 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers speed. Then the time is going to get calculated. Within that some particular time, action has to be taken. So if the time lapses, then there will be a possibility of accident or possibility of the hump is going to be there and it is going to jump. Okay, there may be a fall in that. The two-wheeler is going to be there. Then there will be a possibility of falling. So many things are going. So based on the time, the analysis of the edge is going to be done and the output is going to be given properly. So this edge analytics, the core functions of this is to perform at the edge, data needs to be viewed as real-time flows. Here there are so many data are going to be there, then raw input data is going to be there. So here the raw data is coming from the sensors into analytics processing unit. So there is a processor is there that is called as analytics processing unit. So its functions are filters the combinations of data streams, then organizes them by time windows. Third is performs various analytical functions on that. It is the real-time processing it is going to be. It is going to happen, it is going to be. So all these things are sometimes different data sets are going to come, then it has to be filtered out. What is exactly that is required, that it has to be seen. And for this, first is the collection and filtering of the data, organizing the time windows. within this time period that action has to be taken, then performing the analytic functions of that. Finally is the output, it is going to be output stream. So here the data is going to be, the output is organized into a insightful streams and is useful for the influence of the behavior of smart objects. Is part of the storage and further processing if it is required in the cloud, that it is going to be done. Communication with the cloud often happens with the standard, that is a publisher subscriber messaging protocol, that is MQTT is going to be there, which already we have discussed in the previous chapter. So that it is going to take care about these things. Now, how this performance, that is edge streaming analysis, is done? So it has a real-time analytics is going to be there. So it needs, the APU needs the following functions, that is a filtration, transformation, then time. The filter, now you can see in this diagram, the multiple raw input streams are going to be there. Then edge analytic processing, that is going to get processed. Then resulting data is going to be there. So that it is getting stored in the Hadoop architecture. So for the deeper analysis, if it is required, where it is not going to happen in the edge, it is going to happen in the cloud. So what is this filter? Basically, the filter is the streaming data is generated by IOT endpoints. It's very large. It is going to be, and most of that is irrelevant. It is going to be. So here it is saying, for example, here the sensor may simply poll number of on the regular basis to confirm that whether still it is reachable or not. So this information is not really relevant and not be can be mostly ignored. So whether you are reaching it or not, that is not required. So automatically those things are getting also, they are also getting collected. So these things are getting filtered, and only the destination point is going to get considered. Then transform. So here what happens basically is a data warehousing world. So extract the information, transforms it and loads it. So ETL, that is going to be called as, so extraction, transformation and loading. These three operations are going to be used to manipulate the data structures into a form that can be used for other purposes, that is for the analysis. It is going to be analogous to the data warehouses ETL operations, that is extract, transform and load. In streaming analytics, once the data is filtered, so it needs to be get formatted for the process. That is very, very important, because what is required, what is needed, that it is there. Now that formatted data is going to be, still it is going to be get processed for the exact output. Then time is going to be next. The time, it is a real-time operations. It is going to be real-time streaming data is going to be flowing. So it needs to be established. The context needs to be established. So this type of process is correlated average temperature according from sensors on a minute by minute basis. So every minute the data is getting collected and informed to the higher layers. So now here you can see that multiple input is there. The streams, different data sets are coming. So it is getting analyzed over there in the edge processing, where filtering is going to be done in this, and final output is going to be given to the Hadoop, where the data is getting stored for future analysis. Along with that, the correlation is going to be the point here. What do you mean correlation? Data is going to be stored here now. The streaming is done. Stream data is going to get analyzed, because most useful when multiple data streams are combined from different types of sensors. This is very, very important thing. Correlation. What do you mean by this correlation? You can see that